Okay, clothes nappies. I had no idea about clothes nappies 2 or 3 years ago, but when someone suggested that to me, I've done a bit of research. There is many reasons why I prefer using clothes nappies versus disposable nappies. One of them is the financial aspect. It is much cheaper in the long run to go with clothes nappies. Here in Australia, a brand new clothes nappies would be around $20 each, right? So you need about 20 to have the time to wash them and let them dry, etc. So that's about $400. But I was calculating that a disposable nappy in the supermarket are about 50 cents each. And if I was using disposable nappy, I would have then to pay about $400 every 3 or 4 months, right? While with clothes nappies, I pay $400 once and they last for 2 or 3 years. So it's much cheaper in the long run. That's the first thing. The second thing is that it's much better for the environment as well. I was reading in Andrea Olson's book about elimination communication that every year in the US only, there is about 27 billion diapers going into the landfill. 27 billion diapers is about, can you imagine a 7 tons elephant? Well, 27 billion nappies is about 500,000 of this massive African elephant, just to give you an idea of the size, put every year in the US only in the landfill. Like, it's a massive issue for the environment to put nappies like that in the bin all the time. So that had a big impact on me. I know that washing clothes nappies use quite a lot of water and detergent and stuff like that. We're lucky here that we use only rainwater that we have in tanks, and I use eco-friendly detergent, so it might not be too bad for the environment, right? I think it's still better that nappies that take 250 to 300 years to decompose in the soil. Like, it's really crazy. It also takes more time, obviously, to do the washing and to hang them, etc. But hey, we're not living in that age where we had to wash every clothes and every nappy by hand, and like, it's pretty quick to put them in the washing machine and hang them outside. My baby is always coming with me outside when we hang the washing, and she likes to give me one nappy at a time so I can hang them, or she tries and hang them by herself, and it's just part of our weekly routine. We just do the washing and that's fine. Another big thing is that it's much better for our skin. Clothes nappies are usually made out of bamboo, hemp or cotton, natural fibers, right? So there is no nasty chemicals like I believe there is in disposable nappies. Now, when I've discovered the world of clothes nappies, I was overwhelmed by how many brands there are and how many shapes, and so what I've done is that I've just got a random second-hand bag of clothes nappies with heaps of different brands in it. I bought that for like $100. There was probably around 10 or 12 nappies in it, and they were all different. And so I've been trying them on with my baby and see which one was fitting her better, see which one were better for the night, which one were she seemed to be more comfortable in, etc. I would just watch out for cheap Chinese brands, because these ones are usually not really good. They might leak and stuff like that, so it's probably better to invest a little bit more in a good nappy than going for the Chinese stuff. If you don't know where to find clothes nappy, look on Facebook. They are called Modern Clothes Nappies, MCN, and there are amazing groups or selling and buying clothes nappies, and support groups where you can ask all your questions, and this is what really helped me to get started with clothes nappies. So if you've never seen a clothes nappy together, this is one of them. So they have clips. Most of them now are one size fits most. So you can actually clip the top one with the bottom one. They've got 3 sizes, so when your baby is tiny, the nappy can look really tiny as well, and you clip them on like that. And when your baby is growing, you can just open them on and have them big like that. You have some pretty good cute designs as well, with rainbows and love hearts. This one has some nice stripes on, this one has some nice flowers on. And yeah, so when you open it, they're all different, but that gives you an idea of how they could be. This is made of 2 parts, so this is loose and you just put it on the nappy. And the top part here is just a clip-on part. It's got 2 clips, and you just clip it on. And that's it. Just close them, and then you can clip them on. This nappy is a different one. When you open it, you don't see any insert, they call it. The insert is inside, actually, which is just like that. It comes out of the little pocket. And this is just one big square that you fold into 3 and put it back on. It's actually pretty easy to deal with. And they're very well made. Like, if you have many brands, you will not be confused too much with the inserts, because they all wear the brand name, or they have a different color. This one is rainbow color, so I know it's for this brand. And after 2 or 3 washes, it gets really easy and really quick to make them. Like, it's not something that gave me much issues, to be honest. So we wash them not too hot, so I think it's better under 60 degrees. So I wash them at 60 degrees and dry them in the sun. You don't want a hot dryer, because they might shrink, I guess. But yeah, that's what I do. And I use eco-friendly detergent. And that's it. With the nappies, because when you put them in the washing, they're full of pee. You can soak them in water first, or you can use a pre-wash detergent, and that gives you an extra rinse, so there's no smell in the nappy, which is a good thing. When I go traveling, I have little wet bags. They're little bags that size where you can fit 1 or 2 wet nappies and zip them, and they really stop the smell coming out of there. I have as well a big wet bag where if I go camping, say for 2 or 3 days, I can put heaps of nappy in the bag and wash them all when I come back home. And if I go traveling for longer than that, then I just take my detergent and I can wash them and hang them wherever I am. That's how I do it. And as well, remember that it's okay to be bum out and to have a naked baby on the beach or on the grass, and I recommend you let your baby nappy free as much as possible every time you're outside, or it doesn't matter to have a little pee on the grass when you're at the park or at the beach. Like, really, it's okay to do that. I think babies are much more comfy like that, and they can also touch their genitals, which is very important. They need to know their body, and they need to see where the pee comes out and what's happening in their body. And yes, they might touch the pee when it comes down, but this is just part of the body discovery, and it's really important. So you might think it's gross. I don't think so. I don't want my baby, to think that. I think acceptance of her body starts with acceptance of her excrement. If I tell her all the time that it's yucky and that it smells bad and all that, she might start feeling ashamed, and she might not love and accept herself as much as she could. So, like, come on, we all pee, we all poo, we all fart, and that's okay to talk about it. It's just a beautiful part of a very complex system, which is the human body. If you have issues with pee and poo, maybe ask yourself where it comes from, how your parents or your caregivers were talking to you about your excrement, and maybe try to work towards resetting your feelings about that. That's a great service you would do to your child, you know, to be okay with your body and her excrements, which is just part of the human body. The only time in my baby's life that I used disposable nappies when she was really tiny. Since then she has always worn clothes nappies, and seriously I would not do it any differently. If you used to choose disposable nappies, look at biodegradable nappies. It's much better for the environment and probably for the baby's skin as well, because it's made of natural materials. But you know what I think is the best solution? Is to have our baby nappy free. No nappy, yoo-hoo, freedom! And no, it doesn't need to be super messy. It's called elimination communication, and it's based on the natural tendency that our babies have to avoid peeing on themselves, peeing and pooing on themselves. You can take your baby to the toilet since day one, since she was born, and avoid using nappies altogether or using less nappies. This is what I've done with my baby, and I will share my journey about elimination communication in another video with you. Thanks for watching.